find roses while I'm here. Rather be loved than feared. Don't really know what's up from here. Just speak up now and save your tears.
So today I'm going to talk about my variegated chia pants. It's not doing its best. It's been in this grow cabinet with no light, barely any water, and just suffering. And you might not think that by the way it's looking right now, but if I turn her around, there was some water in there. Give me a second. I'm gonna put her here. So, but if I show you her new growth, you'll see that she is not happy and something's attacking her. So I'm going to put her in some solution. You can see these little bugs that's eating at the new growth. So I'm going to dip her in some solution, take her out of this soil. I'm going to take her out of that soil, rinse her off, and probably chop her back, sadly. But that is what I'm working with this plant. Okay, so I rinsed off her roots. And this is what they look like. They're a little dark, but they're not mushy or anything. So I think they're fine. I think the only issue she was having was with this leaf here. And I might have to cut that back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip her off in my solution. I know she looks wet. That's because I rinsed her off in my sink. But I'm going to put some cleaning solution just to make sure all the bugs are dead. Okay, just to give you guys an idea what she's looking like. There's a lot of music going on outside, so this part might have to have a voiceover. So I've already cleaned my shears, but I'm just gonna spray them with some of this solution. I put some of the solution in this bottle because it was empty. So this is not alcohol, this is just cleaning solution as well. Same stuff I'm using on my plant. So it's still here. I still have some in this bucket, just a little bit, that the roots are sitting in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to propagate this. There's 6 leaves. I'm going to leave 3 of the bottom, 3 of the top, and I might separate the top. We'll see. So bring that closer. So as you can see, there's a set of nodes here. There's a set of nodes here, and there's a set of nodes here. So I'm going to cut in between this set here to leave the 3 leaves. Just like so. And that leaves me with this portion here, which is the rooted portion. Now this portion is the non-rooted, and let me see. I think I'm going to cut it again. So one of the aerial roots was stuck down in there, so just cut that little piece off. It kind of snapped it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to propagate this section as well. Like so. So that is a single leaf, but it has a node. Put that there. And this section here, I'm just going to probably, I don't know, I'm just going to chop off this leaf here. And that's a single node as well. So, rinse these. Now I'm going to rinse the solution off of them. Well, let me let it soak a little bit more of the leaves. Oh, rinse those sleeves really good. That is what it's looking like. And I'm going to rinse this solution off and go from there. So give me a second. This is what she's looking like after her rinse. These are the 2 single notes. They're not really variegated, so let's hope for some variegation on those. Now this piece has a lot of variegation, so we should see what the next leaf is going to look like coming out of there. But we're going to go ahead and try to get these rooted. So first thing first, I'm going to pot this up. Let me find the perfect planter for it. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to put it on this moss pole that I have. I'm going to use this planter. So here I have some soil that is already mixed up. It's chunky, but not too chunky. So I think it will do good in this. It's already a little damp, but it's okay. That means I don't have to water it too much. And just layer the bottom. Just with a little thin layer like so. Then I'm going to put bring you guys down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna bring the pole in there like so. I'm gonna take this cutting here. I'm going to add it to the pot. Like so. And I think that is good. I probably can't see what I'm doing because my arm is in the way. So it's kind of hard to do it with that little scooper, so I'm just gonna pour some. Around. Some in the back. Okay. And put a little bit more around the top. Let me go get some Velcro to tape around. What we're gonna do is do this through here and kind of support it in the back. About there. And there it is up against the pole like so. And there you have it. I'm gonna get a little scoop and put some in the back just to secure it a little bit. And that is what it's looking like on this pole. Looks good, looks good. I'm going to put it in a nursery pot. So I'm going to put that in there. And voila, there she is, her new home. She looks better. Now for these two cuttings, I'm going to add them to some perlite so they can root. And that'll be that. I'm gonna add them to the same container. I'm gonna add them into this. So I'm going to go with the perlite. I'm gonna let it callus over for about an hour. And then I'll come back to show you what it looks like before I put it in the perlite. Just so that, to avoid any rot. So I will come back to that. I'm going to be repotting my Thai constellations. As you can see, they have no drainage and they are showing no signs of stress. So I'm going to take them out of this planter. I'm probably going to pot them together in one pot, and I'm going to also rinse them off with my solution. So I'm going to remove the soil. There's nothing wrong with this soil that it's in. It's just that it's not draining well, and as you can see, it's starting to turn brown. That means it's not drying out properly. It's trying to rot. So I'm going to remove it from that. Check out the roots. So while I do this, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my event that I just had. So the root system looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm probably going to rinse it off too. And probably remove this little leaf because it's yellowing. I'm probably going to remove that. I might as well do that now. Okay, so like I was saying, I had my second event recently. The footage that I got, unfortunately, I couldn't make a full video on it because everything was recorded vertically. So I'm just going to be popping up some of the footage here on the screen. So first off, we had a lot more vendors than the last time. And I think the setup was beautiful. And it turned out really nice. We had Dos Muchos, who served a lot of delicious treats for us. We also had Pat from the Bayou Briscoe. He served a lot of delicious food as well. Then we had Nini, who had lots of beautiful jewelry that she handmade. And we also had Wilma, who had this beautiful display of a lot of cactus and Hoyas and plants in that nature. And then we had Lisette. If you saw my last event, you know she was there as well. She also had her beautiful setup and was ready to give massages on site. And of course, my little setup I had. And then we had Jessica and Liz. These beautiful ladies had candles and crystals and all that jazz. So, and their setup was beautiful as well. Then, of course, we had our DJ Black Shad, coming through for the second time. Also performed for us. And not to mention, new artist who I came across. His name is Vard Bars. He came and did his thing as well. So I think everything turned out really nicely. I met a lot of new people. My family even came to support, and close friends of the family came out to support. We had a few winners from the raffle. These are the winners from the plant raffle, of course. We did have dispensary raffle going on, but unfortunately I didn't get any footage of those winners. Yeah, so that is pretty much how it went. If I didn't show you all of the footage right here on the screen, I will try to add some at the end of this video. Okay, so now I've removed all the soil from these two plants. I'm going to rinse them down as I did the chia pints and repot these. And stick it in there upside down. Get it all on those leaves. Giving her a good rinse. Just rinsing her down, the roots and leaves. Try to give her a second chance at life, honey, before it rots out. So it doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna bring her close so you can see. So it's not, the stem isn't rooted, it's just the little I don't know what that's called, but that little piece that's on there, that is what was rotting. So before the stem starts to rot, I wanted to catch that in time so that I don't have issues. And the roots look okay, pretty good, so no issues there. Now, it was starting to get to my newest leaves, so I wanted to rinse that thoroughly. And, you know, all the leaves, of course. And I'm going to rinse the solution off the leaves. Okay, so that is what she's looking like. Let me get a planter to go ahead and pot her up. Give me 1 second. Now it's how I want to set her up in the planter. I think I'm just going to put it like so in the center, like that. Okay, and that is that. And that is it. And this is what she's looking like after being potted up. Hopefully she perks up and does great in this solution. I'm not going to water her. I want the soil to dry completely before I water her again so she doesn't get root rot. I know I said I was gonna wait an hour for this to callus over, but let me see. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty dry. I guess so. So I'm just going to stick it into the perlite like so. And I'm going to do the same with this cutting as well. Just stick it into the perlite. Okay, and that is what she's looking like inside the perlite, and I'm going to let it grow roots.
I know I make the effort, I try to make it better. This life shit isn't eternal, I never become a burden. I know just how that can feel, I know that it can get real. But my squad all for the turn up, we getting money to come up. They really all know the deal, one goal is just to stay real.